Love, marriage, a fate's design or just a game? Love and marriage, relationships that seem to be destined, or are they just playful tricks of life? We may fall deeply in love for years, only to part ways in regret. Yet, there are also seemingly ordinary relationships, ones that appear nothing special, but ultimately evolve into eternal love. So, is fate playing tricks on us, or are we the ones who create these connections? Today, through the lens of Buddhism, you'll gain a deeper understanding of karmic connections and profound insights that help us maintain family happiness and face life's challenges. Join me as we explore the secrets to building a peaceful and wise marriage. Why can't you forget someone? The secret to healing and letting go. Surely, you have loved and experienced the pain when a relationship comes to an end. You've tried to forget, but your mind just can't let go of that person. Today, the story I'm about to share might be your own story, or that of someone you know. A story about love, betrayal, and finding peace. But more importantly, this story won't just stop at pain. It will show you how to break free from the cycle of sorrow and find spiritual freedom that you've lost. True happiness is not about receiving love from others, but about learning to love yourself. Join me as we explore the journey of Anna, a young woman who had to face betrayal in love, only to find Buddhism as the path that helped her heal and regain her peace. Don't miss this, because Anna's story might help you overcome any challenges you face in your own life. Anna is a young woman full of ambition and yearning for love. She has a stable job and a materially fulfilling life, but inside, she always feels incomplete, especially in her romantic relationships. Anna is constantly searching for someone to share her life with, someone who will understand her, and someone who will give her the love she has long been missing. Despite having people around her, Anna still feels alone, as though there's an empty space that can't be filled. One day, Anna meets Jemmy, a confident and successful man. Jemmy makes Anna feel special and loved, something she had never experienced before. They quickly become close, and their relationship grows strong. Jemmy seemed like the destiny Anna had been waiting for. However, not long after, betrayal shattered everything. One evening, when Anna accidentally discovers that Jemmy is dating another woman, she is shocked and deeply hurt. The pain feels like it shatters her heart, for not only has she lost the person she loved, but she also realizes that she has been deceived all along. Anna sinks into sorrow and disappointment. She cannot understand why this happened. The feeling of being betrayed and exhausts her mind. Each day passes, and she feels she cannot forget Jemmy, no matter how hard she tries. The memories of their past love constantly linger, making it impossible for Anna to let go. Why can't we forget someone? Anna's story is a clear example of attachment and desire. When she loved Jemmy, she became deeply attached to him, and placed expectations on their relationship. Psychology shows that emotional lack, particularly the need for love and recognition, leads us to search for acceptance from others. When Jemmy betrayed her, Anna didn't just lose love, but also felt like she had lost part of herself. Her love for him was no longer a genuine relationship, but became an attachment to emotions and expectations that could not be fulfilled. She kept trying to fill the emptiness inside her with the beautiful memories of the past relationship. Buddhism explains that it is attachment and desire for others that is the root cause of suffering. When Anna continues to mourn and cling to the memories of Jemmy, she cannot find peace. Impermanence is a basic concept in Buddhism, reminding us that everything changes, and we cannot hold on to anything forever, especially relationships. The question is, if Anna does not let go of this attachment, she will never find peace. Anna seems to have relied too much on Jemmy's recognition. When she discovered the betrayal, not only did she lose love, but she also felt worthless. The feeling of being deceived and disrespected plunged Anna into a crisis of self-esteem, and she didn't know what to do to restore her sense of self. According to Buddhism, recognition from others is not the deciding factor for living a peaceful life. Buddha teaches that self-awareness and self-love are the paths that help us escape the pain caused by dependency on others. Anna realizes that she must let go of her attachment to Jemmy, not just for love, but for the recognition she had been seeking from him. Anna begins meditating, reading books on Buddhism, and practicing mindfulness. She learns how to face the lack within her without trying to fill it with another person. She understands that recognition from the outside is temporary and cannot bring inner peace. In today's society, especially with the rise of social media, Anna feels more lost as she seeks recognition through likes and comments. But when Jemmy is no longer the sole source of validation in her life, she feels disconnected and lost. Anna realizes that her dependence on external recognition has caused her to fall into a cycle of attachment. Buddha teaches that self-awareness and self-love are the only ways to escape this loop. When Anna stops seeking approval from the outside and starts loving herself, she gradually feels more at peace. Although memories of Jemmy still exist, she no longer lets them control her emotions. Finally, Anna realizes that in order to find true happiness, she needs to let go of her dependence on others to feel her worth. Happiness doesn't come from external recognition, it comes from loving herself. Recognizing her own value without needing approval from anyone else. Anna decides to stop her relationship with Jemmy and return to herself, learning to find peace and happiness within her. After some time, she joins meditation classes and begins reading books on Buddhism, where she learns how to confront the emptiness inside her, rather than trying to fill it with someone else's love. She realizes that the feeling of lack is a natural part of life, helping her grow and understand herself better. Jemmy, after Anna leaves, also finds changes in his life. He realizes that love is not the only way to bring happiness to others. He begins searching for peace from within himself, no longer seeking recognition from others. Finally, after all the pain and challenges, Anna has found her own path, not a perfect relationship, not external recognition, but love and acceptance of herself. This is the key to unlocking the door to inner peace and true happiness. If you're still clinging to the past, in pain because of an old lover, don't let the past block your future. Let go and learn to love yourself. Because, in this life, many people will come and go, some will stay, others will be a part of your short journey. Those people, whether they stay or leave, are the spices of life. Each one leaves behind a lesson, a memory, a mark. Don't imprison yourself in the past, because each change brings a new opportunity. How you respond to these losses and changes is what really matters. Acceptance and learning to let go will help you find your spiritual freedom. Cherish the present moments, for they are the priceless gifts that life offers. And remember, with time, you will learn how to embrace change and find inner peace. When you start loving yourself, and understand that happiness doesn't depend on anyone else but you, you will feel the calmness and lasting happiness that don't rely on validation from others. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, your future lies in your hands. Destiny lies in your hands. Your happiness begins with your own choices. If this story touched your heart, Share it with the people you love so they can also find peace within themselves. Why did you marry that person? Buddhist teachings on marriage. Marriage is not about finding someone you can live with, it's about finding someone you can't live without. Marriage, often viewed as the pinnacle of love and companionship, the ultimate union of two hearts. But have you ever wondered why we end up with the people we marry? What if I told you that the person you marry is not just a random choice, but a deeply spiritual connection shaped by forces far beyond what the eye can see? A force that binds you together not only because of love, but because of karma, past lives, and unresolved debts. In this video, we're going to explore the spiritual and karmic truth behind marriage from a Buddhist perspective. We'll dive deep into the unseen forces, karmic ties, past lives, and the soul's journey that shape who we marry and why. What if your marriage is not just about companionship, but a transformative force that pushes you towards spiritual growth and awakening? But here's the twist: what happens when one person gives everything, only for the other to walk away? Imagine a wife who cares for her sick husband, only for him to betray her once he's healthy. Or a couple that endures hardships together, only for the husband to leave once he achieves fame and success. What does that say about the deeper forces at play in our relationships? Stick with me. By the end of this video, you'll see marriage not just as a relationship, but as a karmic journey guiding you towards self-discovery and spiritual enlightenment. Marriage is one of the most profound and complex relationships in our lives. It is often regarded as the ultimate union of love and companionship, a bond that transcends all others. But from a Buddhist perspective, marriage is not just a romantic partnership, nor is it a destination for happiness. It is a karmic link between two souls, a deeply spiritual connection where the primary purpose is not just mutual happiness, but spiritual growth, healing, and transcendence. Marriage is a path, a spiritual practice, an opportunity for each person to confront their unresolved karma and inner turmoil, to face the shadows of the past, and ultimately to awaken. It is through the challenges, the trials, and the joys of marriage that we are pushed to evolve. In this light, marriage becomes both a mirror and a teacher. It reveals our deepest fears, wounds, desires, and attachments. It exposes patterns from past lives that are ready to be addressed and healed. But more than that, marriage serves as a catalyst for spiritual liberation, a tool that helps us let go of ego and transcend the cycle of samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. The true purpose of marriage, in the Buddhist context, is not just companionship or love, it is liberation. Marriage pushes us beyond our comfort zones, helping us realize that true spiritual growth comes not from the external conditions of our life, but from the internal work we are willing to do. Karma and samsara in relationships. In Buddhism, we understand that everything is interconnected within the cycle of samsara: birth, death, and rebirth. This cycle isn't just about the body, it extends to every aspect of our lives, including our relationships. The relationships we form in this life are not random. They are shaped by unresolved karma from previous lives, a web of cause and effect that has stretched across time and space. Think of marriage as a continuation of the karmic cycle. When two souls come together in marriage, they are often bound by invisible threads of karma. Unresolved emotions, unspoken debts, and unfinished business. The connection we feel towards someone is not always based on love alone, it is often the result of karmic ties that we are drawn to, even when logic and reason tell us otherwise. Have you ever found yourself inexplicably drawn to a person, despite knowing it may not make sense? This is karma at play. These bonds are not accidents, they are opportunities to resolve emotional patterns, face old wounds, and ultimately break the cycle of suffering. Marriage, then, is not merely a union for companionship or pleasure. It is an opportunity for spiritual growth and awakening. We marry not just to find someone we love, but to find the person who will help us resolve unresolved karma, and guide us toward enlightenment. Our partner becomes the mirror that shows us who we truly are, our flaws, our fears, our attachments, and our potential for growth. Love versus attachment. In Buddhism, attachment is considered one of the root causes of suffering. Love itself is not the problem, attachment is. Attachment in marriage arises when we seek to control, possess, or cling to our partner. We may become attached to an idealized version of love, to our expectations of how we think love should look, or to the belief that our happiness is dependent on our partner meeting our needs. When we attach ourselves to these ideals and expectations, we set ourselves up for suffering. A woman who cares for her husband during a prolonged illness, selflessly giving everything to keep him alive. Once he recovers and returns to a normal life, he abandons her, seeking another relationship. What does this reveal? It shows that the love she felt for him was not the issue, it was her attachment to the idea of love, to the belief that her worth was tied to her role in the marriage. The suffering comes not from the act of love, but from the attachment to how she expected the relationship to unfold. In this light, marriage teaches us a profound lesson. True love arises only when we release our attachments and let go of the ego. When we can love without clinging, without seeking to control or manipulate, we create space for true love to blossom, love that is free, unconditional, and liberating. In a karmic marriage, the lessons we learn are not just about loving someone else. They are about learning to love ourselves without attachment, to transcend our desires, and to embrace impermanence. The role of a spiritual partner, confronting shadows. A true spiritual partner is not someone who merely fulfills our emotional needs or makes us feel good. They are the person who reflects our inner shadows, our insecurities, unresolved emotional wounds, and parts of ourselves we have yet to accept. A spiritual partner is meant to help us realize that we are already complete, with all our flaws and imperfections. Their presence in our life serves as a catalyst for self-realization, self-acceptance, and healing. One Zen parable about a candle and the wind illustrates this beautifully. The wind asks the candle, "Will you love me even when I blow you out?" The candle replies, "Yes, for only in darkness will I know the strength of my own flame." This story highlights a fundamental truth about love. True love emerges in the face of adversity. It is through the challenges presented by our partner that we come to know our own strength, resilience, and capacity for love. Our partner is not here to comfort us or make us feel safe. They are here to push us to confront the darkness within ourselves, to help us realize the depth of our inner strength. In karmic relationships, we are often called to face the parts of ourselves we have long avoided. Our partner holds up a mirror, showing us the truth about who we are, what we need to heal, what we need to forgive, and what we need to let go of. These relationships are not meant to be easy, they are meant to awaken us, to help us grow, and ultimately to guide us toward liberation. When to let go, understanding the end of a karmic marriage. Sometimes, the greatest act of love is to let go. In Buddhism, everything is impermanent, including relationships. When a marriage has served its karmic purpose, when the lessons have been learned, and the karma has been resolved, it may be time to part ways. This is not a failure, it is a necessary step towards spiritual liberation. If you are a wife who has cared for her husband through thick and thin, only for him to abandon you once his life improves, you may feel hurt, betrayed, and confused. But the lesson here may not be about him, it may be about your attachment to him, to the idea of what the marriage should be, or to the fear of being alone. Holding on to a relationship beyond its time only perpetuates suffering. Recognizing when the karmic cycle has completed, and letting go is an act of spiritual wisdom. It frees both individuals to continue their journeys of growth and awakening. Letting go does not mean giving up, it means releasing the attachment, the expectations, and the need to control the outcome. It means recognizing that the purpose of the relationship has been fulfilled, and that it is time for both souls to move forward on their own paths. The true purpose of marriage, from a Buddhist perspective, is not companionship or happiness, it is liberation. The right partner is one who helps you awaken to your true self, one who encourages you to transcend illusions, attachments, and ego. A spiritual marriage is not about fulfilling your desires or needs, but about confronting your true nature, and becoming aware of the inner truths that govern your life. A woman once asked a teacher, "Was I wrong to stay in a marriage that drained me?" The teacher replied, "You were not wrong, but you were attached. Attachment is not love. Love is freedom, and sometimes, freedom means letting go." This insight helped her understand that her suffering was not caused by her partner's actions, but by her own attachment to the relationship. The key to freedom was not in her partner changing, but in her ability to let go and release the attachments that bound her. In the end, marriage is not about finding the perfect person, it's about becoming the right person. You marry who you marry, because of past karma, whether love, unresolved debts, emotional wounds, or gratitude. Through marriage, you are given a unique opportunity to heal, to grow, and to awaken on your spiritual journey. The real journey is always inward. Once you recognize this, you can navigate relationships with awareness, love, and wisdom, breaking free from repetitive cycles. By letting go of attachment, by embracing impermanence, and by confronting your shadows, you can transform your relationship into a powerful tool for spiritual awakening. Marriage, in its truest form, is not just a bond, it is a path toward liberation, helping you realize your truest self, free from illusions, ego, and suffering. Thank you for watching. I hope this video has offered you a deeper understanding of the true purpose of marriage and karma. Don't forget to subscribe to Destiny Lies in Your Hands, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on more thought-provoking content like this. See you in the next video.